I'm running a Signet Centaur build right now. A little leery about how much Condi pressure they might have if that Necro's Condi though with Centaur runes. I do have Plagues in it and Suffer though. So, as a lot of you have known, they've been talking about all the new expansion things. I have managed to get a good look at what Scourge does. I'm not too happy with the loss of Shroud. Basically, the way Necro's going to work is you're going to have a new F1 that summons a entity. I forget what they're called. But what these entity things will do is you can place a certain number, I think it's 3 is the maximum that you can place, and every time you hit your F1, which has a half-second cooldown, you place one of these things. And then you'll have 4 other F1 skill or F skills. So you won't have Shroud, you'll just have these 4 other skills that will cause your entities that you've placed to do various things, such as Boon Rip. The skill in both its utilities and the F things, Scourge will have a lot of Boon Rip on those. However, it's not Boon Corrupts, it's Boon Rip. It converts the boons into Torment. So it's a massive amount of Torment, but not a lot of Condi variety. There is a trait that causes Torment that you've... Oh, this fight's no good.
Oh, that had to hurt. You've got the temple. Your enemy sees the altar.
You do have a trait that will cause applying Torment to also apply Burn. It has, from what I've seen, it has no ICD. But I don't know if that's per stack or just on application. I assume it's on application. Per stack with no ICD would be absolutely insane. Particularly given how much Torment's available to the new spec, since a lot of your utility skills natively apply a couple stacks of Torment. Let me kill this guy real quick. It is, since you don't have Shroud, survivability is going to be interesting. You do have a new Life Force mechanic, in that when you rip a boon, you get Life Force from it. I'm sorry, I'm paying attention to this fight right now. And that'll probably be the new Blighter's boon. It is a minor. You also have another trait where removing a boon will cause you to gain whatever boon you've ripped. Note, it's not a 1-to-1 ratio with the boon you've ripped. It has set limits for each type of boon. For instance, you'll for example only get 2 stacks of stability for ripping stability, period. That could be interesting. Now that is competing directly with the trait that causes burn on Torment, so you're gonna have to make a choice there. A few other things. Since the F1s are related to these placeable things, the new survivability thing is your heal skill will give you a barrier, which absorbs a set amount of damage. It's basically, if you ever played SOTOR, it's Sage Bubbles from SOTOR, but without the pink bubble thing. Also, one of the new F skills gives a barrier. It's a pretty low cooldown. The heal skill, last I saw, was 20 seconds cooldown.
I feel strong.
I forgot what the F skills cooldown was. I think it was 20. You can give these to allies along with yourself. Let me kill this Necro real quick. However, it's very low. It's about 4k, I think, on the barriers. I don't know if they scale with specific stats. They may scale with healing power. I don't know. What am I doing? It's kind of hard to talk about what you want to talk about while also doing a PvP match. However, since these barriers are small, and while you can apply them fairly frequently if you're using both of the application skills, and I think there's also a trait that causes summoning one of the new entity things to give a barrier.
You control the gate.
Since they are small, you will be very vulnerable to getting tunneled. It will probably be very good as a duelist spec.
Your soul is mine.
Hello, Longbow Warrior. Team fights, The problem with it is the sport, while
Stillness
giving people
has
bubbles on top of their base health can be interesting as sport mechanics. Since they're only 4k, they're not going to be huge. They won't be as strong as just giving
Your
someone
enemy has the temple
protection
now.
like a support Ellie does. It won't be as strong as Aurora spam. It will probably be stronger than just standard healing.
Your soul is mine.
Probably. However, since again, it won't be as strong as Deathshroud. Like, they're only 4k, you only got a couple sources, and while they do have fairly low cooldowns, you're not going to be able to chain the things, which means people will be able to tunnel you into the ground fairly easily. So, that kind of kills us as a support option, because again, there's no point to a support if the support is dead. And
You've captured the altar.
Scourge is very much going to be a primary target in a team fight.
Your soul is mine.
You've been struck.
Probably die here, yep.
Your soul is mine.
I am dead.
It won't work as a sport spec in PvP. I'm sorry, that's just not going to
Your
happen.
soul is mine.
Unless they fix survivability. They said in the dev thing that it would have more mobility. As far as I know, the mobility they're talking about is we basically have a new version of Spectral Walk that gives swiftness and applies boons to allies that cross behind us.
Your enemy sees the
No
altar.
teleports,
soul is
no
mine.
blinks, as far as I know. Sorry, we actually will probably be less
You
mobile.
control the gate. Suffer.
Uh,
I am dead.
Now, this also depends a lot on the meta, and that's going to take a long time to figure out, because
You've got the temple.
when this patch drops, what everyone's going to do is they're going to log in, they're going to select the new elite spec, and they're going to click on every single one of the daggum damage traits. And for the first 2 weeks of the expansion, every single match is just going to be people dying left, right, and center because everyone's running a glass build.
I chose you.
And I'm going to say this is what's going to happen because people always run glass builds after balance patches. Don't ask me why. People just have this weird obsession with always trying to see how much damage they can crank out after a balance patch before sanity kicks in. So it'll take several weeks to actually see if Scourge is worth it or not. I'm not expecting it to be worth it as sport spec. I can definitely see it as a boon hate spec. It has more boon rip than Reaper will. Reaper does. However, since again this is rip and it's just replacing the boon with torment and not actually corrupting it, so no stability corrupts, it's not going to
You
be
have all 3 points. Hold them
as
at all costs.
I think I already covered this earlier, but we won't have the Condi variety other than what's available to Core Necro, which is considerable. I'm going to win the match if they let me get this. They let me get it. That's basically GG right there. Oh, they did get a decap.
Your soul is mine.
And we have a disconnect.
I am dead incarnate.
Yeah, I'm not paying attention to my rotations at all because I was thinking about Scourge. I'm a little interested to see where it goes.
Your
It's
soul
going to be
is
a lot
mine.
more mechanically complex than current Necro because you're going to be managing the entities that you summon. The entities don't move around. This fight's gone south.
Strong.
And I will die here.
Your soul is mine. Chill to the bone.
You control the gate.
And I'll die. Yep. Dead from fall damage, so I'll respawn faster. Thank you, DC, for losing the game. Why is this NG not capping?
Your soul is mine.
Yeah, I need to concentrate on winning now.
You've got the temple!
Suffer! Your soul is mine.
Now they'll feel my turbulence.
I need healing. Seriously.
This LA has too much CC.
Your enemy has the gate.
I don't know, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what the meta does. I know everyone's hyping the new LE spec, which is apparently going to be super OP according to the hype, but I don't know. People are already screaming power creep. Probably. It's going to take a while to balance out, but they'll do probably what they did with Hot, where it comes out, there's balance problems out the wazoo when it first launches, and then they'll come and fix it. And yeah, that might take a while.
Stillness has appeared.
It's just how development works. Like, I'm sorry, I know people say they should just playtest everything before. Yeah, they do that. You can't actually compare something to the live server, though.
I am dead incarnate.
Suffer!
Okay, I'm gonna actually have to pay.
Stuck. Air! Your soul is mine. Chill to the bone. Suffer!
You've captured the altar.
Okay, I'm actually gonna pay attention now. I need to actually accomplish things. Since this guy's throwing the match for the other team. They got the buff. They're gonna catch up if we don't do something. We need to get past these two guys that are rotating together. The Mesmer Ellie combo is really bad.
I am dead incarnate.
Guess they're just gonna let
Your
me have
soul
this.
is mine.
You control the gate. Your enemy sees the altar.
Your soul is mine.
Hate Stoneheart. It's so broken as a trait.
Suffer. Can't breathe. Your soul is mine.
Your enemy sees the altar.
I hate Tornado. It's just spammable CC. It's so broken. Yeah, they're just zerging and they can get away with that. I'll need to respawn on top of... Why do people have to constantly DC? I didn't want this match to be so hard.
Attack my
Your
target.
soul is mine.
We can win with one node as long as we don't give up,
I feel strong. Chill to the bone.
Tranquility has
I'm
appeared.
gonna stun the other guys. Ah, I missed that. Got that.
Suffer. Your soul is mine.
You've captured the altar.
And we still win despite the DC.
victorious.
Okay.